Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's start another Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires campaign. This time as Khorne. Very strong, very fun faction. I actually already did a campaign as them, but it wasn't in Immortal Empires. It was in the... I don't know what it's called, but it's the Warhammer 3 like standard campaign where you only see the new lands that were added to the east. Like the Chaos Wastes and the area where the ogres and Chaos Dwarves live in the middle, and also Katai or whatever it's called in the east. And in that one, you know, it was a bit challenging because you start off surrounded by other like very strong Chaos factions. But when you play as Khorne, instead of starting off far to the northeast, instead, and here we can clip, this is so useful so you know exactly where your starting position is. Instead, we'll be starting here in the south, in the southern continent, which is supposed to be kind of like a fantasy version of Africa. So this, and then this northern section is supposed to be like North Africa. It's mostly like deserts, and you have like Araby, you have like Tomb Kings, you have all these sort of North African inspired factions, and so I think this is going to be. And I didn't have difficulty playing when I started off in the north in the other campaign, but now that we're surrounded by these kind of relatively weaker factions, I think we're going to absolutely dominate. It's going to be so satisfying, and that's like a really cool thing when you play as this faction. You feel your power growing, and there's this like blood rage meter. Like the more you fight, the more you kill, the more you conquer, the more you like raise and sack cities, the stronger your army gets. It's like a bloodthirst frenzy. Super satisfying. It's very immersive. They did an extremely good job with this faction. I think more so with this faction than the other Chaos factions. Like you really feel like an avatar or like servant of the Blood God, right? So yeah, without further ado, here's some stuff. These other lords, they have other bonuses, and you could argue which one is stronger, but I think Skarbrand, the Exiled, he's either the strongest or second strongest. He's good, and he literally looks like a Balrog from like Lord of the Rings, which is also very satisfying. But anyway, yeah. Without further ado, let's begin. All right, we're loaded in. He looks badass. God damn. You can feel the power, the anger. Oh my god. The anger, the hatred. Let's get rid of this guy. He costs too much. Doesn't help a lot. So we start off with one settlement. And it has cities. It has walls. So that's super useful. And let's build this building. Check the technology. Yeah, definitely this. So when you play as this faction, most of the buildings that you can construct, they don't really give you enough money. You're supposed to rely on earning your income from fighting, because you're supposed to be fighting anyway, and you have this like rage meter, and the higher it gets, you get these various benefits: lower upkeep, higher replenishment, Khorne corruption spreading, and also you can recruit faster. But then if it gets too low, if it gets really low, your army gets less effective, and your chaos corruption also gets lower. So yeah, you just got to keep fighting, and we're going to try to do that as much as we can. So we start off at war with one faction. It's an orc faction, greenskin faction, and that they should not be up. Yeah, these are pretty low tier units. Should be a very easy auto resolve. There we go. And then out of these, let's go for that. We need the money, because the only way we can really earn money is by fighting. All right. And how many settlements does this orc faction have? They have 5 settlements, so it's going to take a while to deal with them. And then they have... Alright. Let's take this place. Decisive victory. And we have 4 options. So you can occupy it, and that requires skulls. It's like a gimmicky currency you have to use. And this prevents you, basically, because you're such an OP faction. Otherwise, you would just occupy every faction. So you need enough skulls to be able to take any settlements. So it kind of limits that. Then you can sack it. You get money and replenishment. You can raise it in 2 different ways. You can raise it for the skulls for the skull throne. You get like extra skulls, or blood for the blood god. You lose skulls. You lose the settlement, but you get this thing called the blood host, which is like a smaller temporary army that that has all kinds of limits, but I think it has lower upkeep, and it like follows around your main army. I usually don't get that, so I don't have a lot of experience with it. We're gonna occupy it because we only have 1 other settlement, and we want to complete this province. We have 2 out of 3. I'm gonna demolish that building. Oh, something we haven't done. We haven't checked diplomacy, so we're actually not gonna have a lot of friends for a while. Maybe we'll stumble across some chaos factions, but not even other chaos factions don't like us. Let's put in here. Alright, let's look at these options. Post-battle. Income from... Gonna put a lot of things into this, because we need to... Anywhere where it says bonus for post-battle loot, always put it into that, because that's going to be like 80% of your income playing as Khorne. Also, now that we have a settlement, we can start recruiting some more units, and right now we can only recruit 2 at a time. But because I have a lot of money, I could go into global recruitment to kind of speed this up. Fuck it, let's do that. I don't know what that is. It's some gimmicky thing. There's also this. You can sacrifice skulls to get some kind of like bonuses, but I don't know. A lot of the stuff is not really worth it. And it's better maybe eventually when you have like tens and tens of thousands of skulls, but right now I like keeping the skulls so I have enough so I can, colonize and occupy settlements. Alright, let's end the turn. So we're going to recruit a bunch more units, and that'll make us ready for the next battle. Okay, so looking at this mini-map, so they have 3 settlements here along this. I think this is a coastline. And then they probably have a 4th settlement somewhere, maybe to the north. This settlement's going to be pretty vulnerable because we're going to be going all the way to the west. So hopefully none of these other factions that are surrounding us, hopefully none of them attack. 4 factions already destroyed, 296 remaining, and we're going to be taking care of a big chunk of those. Yeah, let's get that. I think we should let's keep going. Our general's really strong, so I think we can handle it. Does this boost it further? No. So yeah, 1 settlement here, 1 there. They have 4 remaining. Let's check diplomacy again. Oh, I think a bunch of people saw how badass we are, so they all want non-aggression pacts, and we're gonna charge them. Oh, we're getting so much money. Hell yeah. They don't want to get their ass beat. Alright, cool. Made a bunch of money from that. And let's end the turn. Let's keep going. Oh, we actually have, looks like we have a quest Yeah, because if we capture that one, then we I think we control all three in this province. And then we'll go north, take that one, and then this one. This will be the last one. It has walls. That might do an actual like siege battle for it. All right, come on. Technology is completed, and now we're going to go to this other tree, and we're going to go for this one, because you have to unlock this one to unlock all the other ones. Alright, let's get in there. We gotta wait one more. Let's check diplomacy again, see if there's any other... Nope. End turn. Looks like they're recruiting a new army, but it's not going to save them. Definitely not. Orcs, I think orcs are kind of weak in the beginning before they unlock more elite units. They're pretty vulnerable because a lot of their basic units don't have a lot of armor. They don't have shields. They're pretty weak, pretty vulnerable. Oh shit, they're not even waiting to recruit a full stack. They're already like right here. Alright, let's see. Oh damn, we lost a lot of units, but at least we won. Let's take that. Leveled up. Let's put it in that. And it's occupied. Alright, good. We had enough skulls. So now we control all three settlements in this province, which means we can select an edict. What would be the most useful edict? Well, for now it might be this one. No, this one, because we're gonna be recruiting a lot of these. Need to have at least half a stack before full half a stack, fully rested before we go further. I guess we could upgrade that one. Check diplomacy. Oh, they want peace. Maybe for now we'll backstab them, but we gotta recover. What was that? Oh, they want a non-aggression pact. No, we'll be fighting again soon enough. But yeah, it's gonna take me at least 2 turns to recover. 286, 84. Wow, dropping like flies. But yeah, what usually happens is within the first like 20 turns, 25 turns, the first 100 factions get destroyed, and then slowly another 100. And then what happens, and I've noticed this because I played a lot of long campaigns, eventually it kind of stabilizes at around like 70 to 80 factions, because those are like the 70 to 80 strongest factions, and those take like, then it becomes like a slow trickle for those to start disappearing. For those to... Alright, what's this? Oh, we have a quest. Collect 500 skulls from kills. Well, that'll be pretty easy. Stormhenge. We don't have enough skulls to colonize more settlements for now. Let's keep recruiting. Technology. Oh, this is done. So now this kind of opens up. You have 4 branches, and they all like specialize in different things. This is like for like big monster units. This is for, I think, like cavalry and chariots and stuff like that. No, this is cavalry. This is chariots and artillery, and this is the main one we're gonna go for. It's infantry. Right now, it's the only thing we have access to, and it's gonna lower recruitment costs and also make them a little bit stronger. Let's check diplomacy again, see if there's any. We're not accepting this because we're gonna be fighting them again. Fighting them pretty soon. All right. What's the upkeep on these guys? 140. But yeah, we'll wait one more turn and then we'll start a war with them again. What's that? I wonder where their third settlement is. This orc faction, the top knots or whatever. I see they have 3 settlements remaining. That's what shows up in the diplomacy panel, but it says they have a third one. So I wonder where it is. I hope it's not somewhere where they can like hit me from the back. Yeah, let's go for that. And let's recruit 3 more. Check diplomacy. End of turn. But yeah, we're gonna have 15 out of 20. Almost a full stack. And I'm gonna raise this place. That'll get us some skulls, and then we'll go for their capital, which has walls. And oh, these guys are offering a non-aggression pact. I'm fine with that. Just pay some money. As long as you pay money, I'll accept almost anything. $268. But yeah, still dropping like flies. All right, we're ready. It says here we're betraying them, of course. we're literal demons. And we don't have enough skulls to colonize, to occupy, so we're gonna do skulls for the skull throne. And then we'll continue onwards. Leveled up. Let's go for that. Makes these little demons more effective. We have some money. Let's build up a garrison. Yep, they have 2 settlements remaining. And this is their capital. Looks like a dump. Let's end a turn. $266 factions remaining. Hopefully they don't have a big army waiting somewhere far away. Somewhere like where my capital is. $261. Come on. Okay, nice. That's going to help a lot. Makes recruitment cheaper, and because we're recruiting that demon unit, think they're called bloodletters. Come on. Yeah, bloodletters of Khorne. Oh yeah, this is the next target. And yeah, they're recruiting a new army. Let's check diplomacy. What's the garrison in this place? It's sizable. Let's end the turn. Yeah, 261 factions remaining. I really got to find their other settlement. It's not here. Here, it could be up here. Because it says it's unknown who controls this area, and it's right to the north. It's not to the east. I think once we capture this place, it'll tell us. Lugan Nine Fingers. That's the next general we'll be fighting. We're not within range. We're still replenishing, which is interesting. I don't know why, but that's good because we need the replenishments. And when I put the camp mode, it doesn't replenish any further. Gronti. Yeah, this is so here somewhere in this area they have their final settlement. So we'll take that after we take this one. Barrier item, build. What's more expensive? Let's build a garrison. And let's check diplomacy. Alright, end of turn. $252 factions remaining. 251. 250. And soon enough it'll drop. We'll help it drop by one more. What's this settlement called? Galbaraz. 249, 248. Come on. The longer we wait, the more this army can recruit. Alright, and let's build a battering ram and some siege towers. We're losing money. Let's check diplomacy. And let's end the turn. Once I have the battering ram built, I think, because it says we can take it, but we'd suffer high casualties. But if we have siege equipment, if we have battering ram, if we have towers as well, it'll lower the casualties we take. 242 factions remaining. 241. Come on. Oh, and they're suffering attrition as well. The settlement suffering attrition as it is under siege, so that'll weaken them even further. Yeah, look, it says it's a Pyrrhic victory, so we lose a lot. So I'm gonna keep waiting. But I think I'm gonna end the video here because I wanna fight this battle, and it'll be a long one. So we'll fight it out instead of auto-resolving because it'll be an epic siege. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep this campaign going. I have an Albion and Araby campaign. I also have an older Khorne campaign that takes place, you know, in the Chaos Wastes. It's not Immortal Empires. So if you're curious, feel free to check that out. And yeah, I'm loving this faction. I would highly recommend it. And same thing goes for Warhammer Total War as well. It's like super satisfying strategy game. That's why it's so popular. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.